Welcome back to Wolves News. I'm Esme Miranda. It's Monday, November 5th, 2018. St. Vincent de Paul is organizing their coat drive. Please consider donating a new or gently used coat. All sizes for children and adults are being accepted, but they are greatly in need of larger sizes. Last year, we filled 3 barrels of coats, which made a great difference in the lives of adults and children in the greater Cincinnati area. There will be barrels in the main office, and the drive will run through the first week of January. Yearbooks are now on sale. We sold out of last year's yearbook, so make sure you get your order in early. Go to yearbookforever.com and order yours for $75. This year, it included the cost of shipping to your house. WC Your Future is working with Great Oaks to provide more opportunities for students to explore the many options in skilled trade careers. Each session will be led by a skilled professional of that career. The sessions will take place at the high school from 3:15 to 4:45. November 13th will focus on automotive collision, November 19th will focus on welding, November 27th will focus on heavy equipment, and the last session on December 4th will focus on automotive mechanics. Tomorrow, Tuesday, November 6th, is a professional development day for teachers, so school will not be in session. This Friday, we will have a Wolves Walk for Maddie Walker. She is representing WCHS for the 7th time as a 6-time state placer for track and cross country. She will start her walk with a marching band at 2:45, and all Wolves gear wearing students will be dismissed at 2:55. This will be our last Wolves Walk until November 30th, so rep the pack and give Maddie a great send-off. The Veterans Day program will take place next Monday morning, November 12th. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Recker. The next 1-hour delay is next Wednesday, November 14th. Thanksgiving break starts Wednesday, November 21st. We'll return to school Monday, November 26th. Let's take a look at the weather for this week with Emma and Kenzie.
Thanks, Esme. Welcome back, Wolfpack. Hope you all enjoyed the lovely weather over the weekend.
Today there will be a high of 56, a low of 43, and 75% humidity. There will be some showers.
Tuesday, November 6th, there will be a high of 59, a low of 45, and 79% humidity. It will be rainy, so bring a jacket if you plan to be outside.
Wednesday, November 7th, we'll have a high of 58, a low of 44, and 81% humidity. It will be partly cloudy.
Thursday, November 8th, we have a high of 57, a low of 44, and 75% humidity. It will be beautiful outside.
Friday, November 9th, we'll have a high of 57, a low of 44, and 74% humidity. It will be nice and sunny.
Saturday, November 10th, we have a high of 53, a low of 40, and 74% humidity. It will be partly cloudy.
Sunday, November 11th, we'll have a high of 54, a low of 41, and 75% humidity. It will also be partly cloudy. And here's for the weather joke of the week. What did the turkey say to the computer?
Google, Google, Google. That's it for the weekly weather report. I'm Emma Phipps.
And I'm going to do it back to you, Esme.
Thanks, Emma and Kenzie. Here's the upcoming week's lunch menu with Nico.
What's up, Wolves? Today we'll be having a WG mini corn dog with dipping sauce. Tomorrow we'll be having a JTM beef soft taco with brown rice, cheese, and black beans. Wednesday we're having grilled hot ham and cheese sandwich. Thursday we'll be having oven-fried chicken with a biscuit and mashed potatoes. Friday there will be chicken nuggets served with a dinner roll and your choice of dipping sauce. The meal will also include baked beans. I'm Nico Sartori. Bon appetit.
Thanks, Nico. Rachel's covering clubs, arts, and music. Let's see what's on the calendar for the upcoming weeks.
Thanks, Esme. Book Club meets today at 3:10 in Ms. Fightmaster's room 104. Art Club in NAHS meets on Tuesday from 3 to 4 in Ms. Schoff's room 252. Gaming Club meets Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m. in room 133. Improv Club meets Thursday before school at 6:30 in the theater. See Ms. Hankins if you have any questions. Cafe Poetica meets Friday during both PACs in the second floor ELA area next to room 203. Environmental Club meets Friday after school from 3 until 4:30. Any students interested in helping our building reduce paper and plastic waste or who need community service hours should join. Contact Mrs. Fightmaster to join and get more information. Student Council is sponsoring our 4th annual West Claremont Thanksgiving dinner on Wednesday, November 21st from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Donations are being collected to help make this holiday a good one for everyone in our community. Donate at lunch this week. There will be a table set up. You can also donate $1 and wear your pajamas to school this Friday, November 9th. And if you eat at Chipotle in Eastgate on November 12th, a portion of your purchase will also help support this great event.
November 8th and 9th at 7 p.m., Wolves Theater presents Anonymous by Naomi Izuka. Separated from his mother, a young refugee named Anan journeys through America, encountering a wide variety of people. some kind, some dangerous and cruel, as he searches for his family. From a sinister one-eyed butcher to begulling barflies to a sweatshop, Anand must navigate through a chaotic, ever-changing landscape in this contemporary adaptation of Homer's Odyssey. Tickets are $6 for students, seniors, and veterans, and $8 for adults. They will be sold at lunch November 5th through the 8th and at the door before both performances. Here's a sneak peek.
Nasreen, my dove, there's spicy, and then there's spicy. I think our guest here is wise enough to know the difference.
I think he's scared.
I'm not scared. Hello, my name is Senator Liz.
And I'm his wife, Helen. And I'm his daughter, Callista.
Isn't it strange when you cut off the head and scrape off the skin, when you boil away the fat in the gristle?
There's somebody back there. Who's back there?
Nobody.
There's people back there. I can hear them. How many people are back there?
That's none of your business, pal.
What are you doing? Are you out of your mind? Not quite.
Call me anonymous.
That's it for Clubs, Arts, and Music. I'm Rachel Riley.
Thanks, Rachel. Let's see what's happening in Cincy with Grace.
Hi, welcome back to Cincy Habs. Over at the Cincinnati Museum at Union Terminal, now until January 6th, there will be displaying Chocolate, the exhibition, as it tracks the rich history of the cacao bean from its beginning as a royal, even divine, Mayan drink, to its current role as a romantic gesture, guilty pleasure, and global commodity. Follow the history of chocolate culture and science from the 10th century rainforest to the modern-day corner store. Now through December 2nd, down at the Banks, the SkyStar observation wheel will be in service. Enjoy unique views of downtown Cincinnati, northern Kentucky, and the Ohio River from aboard the 150-foot SkyStar observation Ferris wheel. Each of the 36 cars is enclosed, climate-controlled, and can hold up to 6 passengers. The SkyStar experience consists of 4 revolutions where you overlook the city. The Bengals have a bye week as the Cyclones take on the Nailers this Wednesday at US Bank Arena. Puck drops at 7:30. They also face the Fuel this Friday. Puck drops also at 7:30. I'm Grace DeCesar. I'll see you in Cincy.
Thanks, Grace. Let's see what advice Ansley has to offer us this week.
Hi, I'm Ansley Wine. Welcome back to Advice with Ansley. I'll be answering questions you guys put in the box. How do I know if a guy is 100% into me and not talking to any other girls? See, the thing is, you don't, and that's fine. Relationships are built on trust, so if you don't trust him, then you shouldn't be in the relationship. The next note will be read by Grace.
Hey, I need help asking a girl out. I don't know what to say to her, but I get nervous just talking to her. Then I start tripping on words. Can you give me some tips on how to ask her out? I'll be very pleased. Let's see what Ansley has to say.
Thanks, Grace. If you get anxious around your crush, or ever, stop for a second and breathe in your nose and out your mouth. If you don't know what to say, I recommend planning out beforehand. And if you don't usually talk to her, then talk about something you guys have in common. Once you talk to them every day, ask them to hang out next weekend. What are the choices of dipping sauce?
The choices of dipping sauce are honey mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, and ranch.
That's all for Advice with Ansley. I'm Ansley Wine. If you have any questions, put it in the box outside of room 151. That's all. Back to you, Esme.
Thanks, Ansley. Connor and Nico have been watching the latest primetime television and have some insights to share.
Hello, welcome to TV Talk. I don't know where Nico is. I guess I'll talk about Arrow. So far with season 7, what I've liked the most were the flash forwards, and those were not in this episode. I found that very disappointing. Another thing I haven't liked is that they set up the new vigilante at the start of episode 1 and they haven't really discussed it much. The double cross in prison was very interesting, where Oliver was sent to a jail cell where he was supposed to be murdered but was able to escape. The fight scene in the prison, making it look like Fight Club, I thought that was very interesting. Overall, I would give Arrow an 8 out of 10.
I don't belong here.
Would you say you have violent tendencies?
You have no idea what's coming.
You don't have to fight anymore.
Are you prepared to be ruthless?
I don't have anything to lose.
Arrow, all new next Monday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
So, Nico's not here. I guess I'll talk about The Flash.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I was just filming lunch. What are we talking about?
I was going to start talking about The Flash.
So, basically, we finally have a review of why Nora was so cold to Iris since the beginning of, the season. And it turned out that Iris implanted a metahuman suppressing clips to get rid of Nora Allen's powers. How did you feel about that?
I thought it was just an interesting reveal where she just pulled down her sleeve and was like, "This, you did this, you put a dampener in me." I thought they could have done it a bit better, but although I thought the premise was good.
Yeah, although I did like the scene where Barry was defending Iris. I mean, if you were a mother, you would go to any lengths to protect your child, no matter what.
Especially since this takes place, her putting the dampener in Nora, especially since it takes place after Barry was lost.
Yeah.
The whole Flash disappears.
And Iris really cares about family, and she doesn't want to lose Nora like she lost Barry. So I thought that scene was the best scene out of the entire episode.
Yeah.
We also got Nora trying to kill Barry, which was actually placed where Reverse Flash and Flash first fought in season 1. What did you think about that?
I thought it was an interesting fight scene. One thing I think is cool is that they've reused that stadium a couple times. Even the underground areas, they used it in the Invasion crossover and a couple episodes in Arrow. I thought that was pretty cool how they're reusing the same place, but it's in different places. I don't know, I thought that was interesting. The fight scene overall, I thought it was cool how it was where the Reverse Flash and the Flash faced off for the first time. I thought it was interesting with that.
Yeah. We also got a reveal of Cicada's powers as a result from the Enlightenment, and we were introduced Metatech at the end of the episode.
It's a cool premise. I don't know if I like the name Metatech. I don't know. They could have done something better. I don't know. I don't think Metatech is a good name.
So, basically anyone in Central City can be a metahuman because, Metatech is involved. It could be a phone, anything.
There are a couple characters I think would be cool to introduce with Metatech, maybe Blue Beetle. He has some sort of Metatech. I know that's not his proper introduction to the comics and how he's been introduced in video games and TV shows that he's been on, but this is a more, I would say, grounded because, aliens do exist, but I think it'd be more interesting if it was a Metatech scarab that gave him his powers.
And then with Cicada this week, I don't know, Cicada, every time they answer a question, it just gets more questions. Yeah. So it's he's a very intriguing villain. We learned that he had super strength at the end, which is kind of weird, and he notices that for the first time. So it's very intriguing. We found this out by Ralph using his detective skills.
And I really did like Ralph and Sherlock Wells, using their detective skills. I thought it was interesting because Ralph's kind of the private eye. He's not the best detective, but he was still able to plant the idea in Sherlock Wells' head.
Yeah, and the downside of this episode was there was no Cisco. Yeah. But anyways, it was probably a solid episode ever since as strong as the premiere, in my opinion.
Did you see his face? He was wearing some sort of mask.
Who do you think's his next victim?
You kidnapped Barry.
Let's go save the Flash. The Flash, all new Tuesday, November 13th on the CW.
Anyways, let's move on to Legends of Tomorrow.
I felt Legends has been getting weird this season. I know we're only 2 episodes in, but all the supernatural stuff, the fairy godmother, less weird than the unicorn, and it made sense the time it was in, but it was still stupid. The Salem Witch Trials, I can understand using that if you're doing a more supernatural thing, because they thought they were witches. But the fairy godmother was better than the unicorn, but still stupid and unnecessary.
And the whole scene with the godmother giving this silly Disney tune of a song was like, was that even necessary?
The Time Bureau stuff was interesting, though, with Nate and his dad trying to get funding for it.
Yeah, that was cool. And Zuri not controlling her anger. We saw that last week, how she wanted to save her mom so badly, but you know, she got so mad about it, over it, not saving her, and it carries on over into this episode with helping. What was that girl's name? I forgot that girl's name, but there was this girl during the Salem witch trials which was linked to the godmother, and Zuri wanted to save her mother from, you know, being executed as a witch because she was accused of being a witch. But
I also guess Cinderella is canon in DC because the fairy godmother said, "How often do you find someone who's not selfish and doesn't ask for glass slippers?"
I guess that was just a reference, but
Disney bought Marvel. I guess they own DC now.
We'll never know. But anyways, that is going to be the end of TV Talk. But in other news, before we wrap this up, there won't be a Flash episode next Tuesday due to Election Day, sadly. Shame.
I'm Connor Chambers.
I'm Nico Sartori.
Thanks, Connor and Nico. Wolves, make sure you subscribe to our channel to be notified first when we post our weekly editions. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at WCHS Productions. We post behind-the-scenes pictures and videos, as well as student-teacher polls. Remember, Wolves, rep the pack well with pride, academics, community, and kindness. Follow at WCHS Rep the Pack on Twitter and Instagram to see all the amazing things students and teachers are doing to rep the pack. Thanks for tuning in this week. I'm Esme Miranda with Wolves Student News. See you next Monday.